52 days after Italy lost the World Cup final on penalties, they were stunned by Slovenia. The offside trap breached by Glia, whose failure to control the ball confused Pagliuca, leaving Udovic with a simple tap-in. Italy were without Roberto Baggio and looked very unconvincing. But they equalised from this corner when Costa Curta was given a second attempt to put the ball into the net. Suddenly, though, the easiest route to the finals looks to be a minefield for Italy.
In Group 2, a new country on the international football stage, Macedonia played their first official international and were a whisker away from causing a huge upset against reigning European champions Denmark. They made a hash of defending, allowing Mitko Stuškovski to open the scoring. 20,000 home fans were on the verge of a night of celebration when 4 minutes from time, cruelly, Denmark equalised. Brian Laudrup's strong run and pinpoint cross, and Flemming Poulsen netted to save Denmark's blushes. Belgian coach Paul van Himst admitted afterwards he was expecting his side to have a slightly easier time against Armenia. An own goal from Krabashian sent them on their way. But it wasn't until halfway through the second half they finally secured victory. Marc de Vries finishing in style.
World Cup quarter-finalists Romania were without star player Georgi Hagi for the visit of Azerbaijan, but it didn't matter. Belo Dedic given time to steady himself before scoring in the 42nd minute. He'd missed one of the penalties in the shootout against Sweden in the United States, as had Dan Petrescu. The new Sheffield Wednesday player making amends too, heading the second goal at the start of the second half. The Premier League provided the route to goal number 3. Tottenham's Ilia Dumitrescu running unchallenged before teeing up the opening for Radicioiu. Romania will provide stiffer opponents for England in their next friendly international. The French visit to Slovakia was twice plunged into darkness by floodlight failure, but there was sufficient illumination in Bratislava to enjoy the skills of Eric Cantona. A superb ball there to set up David Ginola. Then Cantona picking himself up to make a mazy run that was only halted finally by the last defender. Even Cantona unable to prevent a goalless draw. Sweden's Klaus Ingersson is the latest World Cup player to join the Premier League with Sheffield Wednesday. And after Kenneth Andersson had set up the chance, it was Ingersson who scored the only goal in his team's 1-0 win in Iceland.
In Oslo, Norway dominated proceedings against Belarus in a Group 5 match, but they found it difficult to break down a packed defence. But with the game seemingly heading for a goalless draw, substitute Geir Frigard popped up 2 minutes from time to snatch all 3 points. Holland, currently being remoulded under coach Dick Advocaat, were far too strong for Luxembourg, winning 4-0. Nottingham Forest's Brian Roy opened the scoring after 22 minutes. And that's the way the scoreline stayed until halfway through the second half, when Ronald de Boer scored 2 in 2 minutes, this his second. Wim Jonk scored on the final whistle as Holland went on to win 4-0. Finally, Germany met Russia in a friendly. 40,000 home fans saw Russia go close on a couple of occasions, but it was Tottenham's in-form Jurgen Klinsmann who carved out the opening for Stefan Kuntz. He scored the game's only goal after 7 minutes. Germany meet Albania in their opening match in the championship in November.